I hope your day is full of mac and cheese and tater tots and mozzarella sticks and onion rings and a bloomin' onion. Guys, it's a junk food episode. Hope your day's full of ice cream and mashed potatoes. Maybe it's comfort food, because no one's eating mashed potatoes and ice cream same day unless they're going through something or it's a fucking holiday. That is some Thanksgiving energy. At least in LA, no one's eating mashed potatoes and ice cream same day regularly. Guys, I hope your day's full of all of the most amazing comfort foods. I hope you have pie. It's Wednesday. Have some pie. Let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only comedian Ian Edwards. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Ian Edwards, there's just a few things I'm going to tell you about. Tomorrow, that's right, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, tomorrow, September 1st, Kim Congdon and I are going to be live at Mic Drop Comedy. Come watch your girls do their shit live. If you're in Southern California or San Diego, it's happening tomorrow, September 1st, 2022. Come out. It's going to be fun. We're hoping to do more live podcasts soon. So if you can make it, you'll be a part of history because it'll be the first live podcast. And we'd love to have you there, especially if you're a honey. Also, if you're looking for ways to support me, check out my Patreon. I'm doing a live stream on there next week, next Thursday, September 8th at 8 p.m. I'll be doing a stream for 30 minutes. That's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Patreon, September 8th. For just $5 a month, you can be a part of you can become a certified Shanksta. If you're out there and you're saying, how could I support my favorite comic? That's how. Also, I'm coming to Skankfest. That's in October. We'll be in New York, October 1st through the 9th, opening for Joey Diaz on the 8th. More dates in New York coming soon. Then I got an Austin trip planned. So in the beginning of January 7th, Kim and I are doing This Bitch Podcast live and co-headlining at Vulcan Gas Co. Save the dates in your calendar. And before we get into this week's episode with the one, the only Ian Edwards, there's just something I want to tell you about, and that's Oh Yeah socks. Oh yeah. Look down at your feet right now. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing socks, ask yourself why. Socks are essential. They're a barrier between your foot and your shoe. Why would you not wear socks? Not wearing socks is like not wearing underwear. You can do it, but it's not comfortable for long. Do you like that? I just came up with that in the moment. Guys, what I love most about Oh Yeah Socks is that they partner with unique artists to bring really cool designs. Whether you're into Brady Bunch or Cheers or what else is there? MacGyver or Aliens or Cacti. There's a pair of socks for you. They also make slippers. They make socks for snow, surf, and skate. They make amazing products, and I'm so happy to have them as my sponsor. They've been sponsoring the podcast for longer than anyone. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Give the gift of socks. They make great birthday gifts. I'm thinking of you. Sorry I broke up with you. Have a pair of socks. Sorry I fell in love with your dad. Have a pair of socks. Thanks for having me over for dinner. Have a pair of socks. Welcome back to school. Have a pair of socks. Oh, Halloween, I was thinking of you. Have a pair of socks. Whatever the holiday is or occasion is, give the gift of socks. It's a great way to support your girl and give back to the people who support the show. So that's ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Discount code Sara, SARA 10 for 10% off. And let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Ian Edwards. Guys, here it is. I'm gonna record. We're gonna start this party.
All right, let's do it, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm joined with the one, the only comedian Ian Edwards. Thank you for coming back.
I forgot what a death-defying drive it is to get up here.
What did you say? It was heart-stopping?
Heart-stopping.
Now a bug flew in your eye?
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of risks in doing this podcast.
There's a lot of risks. It's a full journey.
Yeah, it's a full journey. Like
it's an actual trip. You get here, the dog greets you. That could go one of two ways.
Yeah, so far
So far.
He hasn't bit me yet.
No, he's vibing with you.
He's vibing with me.
He doesn't vibe with everyone.
All right, that's good to know.
He's also heavily medicated, so.
Sounds like he's vibing with his medication more than anything.
Yes, so thank you for coming back on the podcast. I just told you I was in a dog share. And you said, I said, you're judging me. I said, are you silently judging me?
Oh, man, no, I'm openly judging. I just never heard of these terms before. It being in a dog share. So how does a dog share work?
Listen. Well, when I'm not
here. So you don't even know.
No. When I'm not here, my landlords take him. When I'm here, we share him. It works because I get the love of a dog, but I don't have to change my entire life for him.
And you don't have to pay the vet bills. That's on them.
Yeah.
So for the dog is basically Mormon.
Yeah.
Like, it has multiple owners. You know what I'm saying? But then they have to take care of it. So it's the best. All right.
It's a win-win. Like, I don't have to plan my schedule around him.
That's good.
Would you get a dog?
Nah. Like, I haven't up to this point.
Yeah.
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the times when I'll be gone, whether it's a few times or not, I'll just be like, it's just, I barely do the shit that I'm supposed to do. So to add something else to it would just fuck it up even more.
That makes sense. What's up with your meditation? Have you been meditating lately?
I've been meditating less since the last time I told you I was going to meditate more.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you meditate, Ian? When you meditate, do you have like a system? Do you have a little altar? Like, what's your vibe?
No altar. But I even forgot how I meditate. That's how long I haven't meditated. But
I think it'll come back like riding a bicycle.
Yeah. I do like a breath thing, just to relax.
What's your breath thing?
You breathe in fully, exhale.
Do you count to 4?
Nah, but that's a good idea.
I saw some movie where they were counting to 4, and I was like, is that the trick?
What do you do?
I just
meditate. Though.
I meditate, but not always. Okay. And when I meditate, I do it outside because I'm in the canyon, and I feel like it's easier to get in that meditative state when I'm not sitting in my room with my clothes.
I feel like you live in the cheat code for meditation. Like, you just have to like open your eyes in the morning and you're in meditation.
Yeah.
I mean?
I'm in that vibration.
Yeah. Like, you got like, I never even been to Sedona, but you got the Sedona vibes up here.
Yeah.
For free.
Sedona is cool. I've been there.
Now, how's that feel?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, Ian. When I went to Sedona, I was on that strong dose of acid. And I was hiking in the mountains, and I looked at a mountain, and I said, I want to fuck that mountain. And then I went online, and I Googled, because, there's a bunch of different vortexes, and they all specifically have different energies, supposedly. When I Googled the one I wanted to fuck, it said, people have had strong sexual desires. What? And I was like, oh my God, I'm not alone.
So it wasn't the acid, it was
the energy.
The mountain is sexy.
The mountain is sexy. I've never been sexually attracted to a mountain like that before. Like, I just wanted to get closer to it. Like, I couldn't get close enough to the damn mountain. So that's when I was like, I just want to fuck it.
How do you even fuck a mountain?
I don't think you can.
No, maybe there's a way. In all the time in history with all the people in it, I'm sure somebody's fucked a mountain.
Could you fuck the ocean?
Yes and no. Would the ocean feel it? No. Could it fuck the ocean? Yes.
What if the ocean could feel it?
I feel like the ocean is alive, though. So it probably does.
That's what I'm saying.
Feel a lot of shit.
If you fuck a mountain, do you think the mountain would feel it? Not the same way the ocean would.
It depends on the type of person you are sexually. Some people are givers, and it would matter to a giver if the ocean felt it or not. Some people
are takers, receivers,
and they just want to get their shit off, and they wouldn't care
one way or another.
One way or the other, just as long as you know, they got their shit off. You know what I
They
mean?
got their nut.
As long as they busted their nut, they're good. You know what I'm saying?
What about fucking a tree? I feel like people have fucked trees before.
I feel like that.
I feel like that seems almost doable.
Yeah, I feel like people who fuck goats, right?
Do people fuck goats?
I mean, it's like it's not a urban myth or a farmer's myth, but I feel like if you fucked a goat, you fucked a tree when you couldn't get a goat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you're fucking a goat. I mean, yeah.
They have glory holes in, like, I mean, I know there's somebody behind a glory hole.
Right.
But that's like putting your dick through, like, an object. You know, like a piece of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it would be actually better to fuck a tree than do a glory hole.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm worried about splinters on both of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking a tree seems dangerous.
Mhm.
Fucking an ocean, possible.
Yeah.
The desert sand. Could you fuck the desert?
No.
Too hot.
Because I've had sex at the beach.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's not as sexy as it's made out to be.
No, sex at the beach is a nightmare, especially if you have a vagina, because
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like worried there's gonna get sand up there.
Yeah.
And
then-
there's nothing worse than getting sand in your vagina.
And there's the second thing after that is having sex with a vagina that has sand in there. You feel it.
Like a sandpaper puss.
Yeah. You feel it. It's like you soldier through it.
Yeah, you can't be like, yeah. But that seems like it would hurt.
Yeah, like the person this is when I was young. The person I was with, they didn't say anything, but I knew I could feel it. So I was just like, just let me know when you want this to stop.
Pushing the sand
but
further and further
I'm just
up.
I'm feeling you and sand right now. This is a combo. This is not just you anymore.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Beach sex, no thanks.
No. Beach sex should be done in your car.
Yeah. But also car sex.
I mean,
It's
sometimes.
like, am I in middle school? Am I in high school? High school is when I would do car sex.
Right. Because you had no place to go.
I had no place to go.
So
That's why,
the car was, yeah.
yeah, my boyfriend had a purple van.
All right.
It was his mom's.
Was that the van that she used to take him and his brothers and sisters?
Yes. And then it became our bedroom, basically, when I was in high school.
So there's a mobile band. So you belong up here. You've been a hippie a minute.
Yeah.
You used to.
I've been
like,
fucking in vans.
and like doing like living in vans after so this is just the next natural step for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think about, could you ever live in a van, like van life people?
I want a van.
You do?
I do.
Because you like to camp?
I mean, I like the idea of camping, but I've never really been camping. Like
I
I've stayed
also-
in a cabin.
Like the idea of camping.
Mhm.
I don't think this is as much camping as I can do.
I mean, I would just tell everybody that this is camping.
This
Like,
is what I think camping
yeah,
is.
because you have at night. Like, what happens at night up here? What noises do you hear?
What noises don't you hear? It's
Exactly.
quiet, but then you hear all the animals. It's like
Right.
owls. If I hear an
Owl.
owl, that means I'm fucking camping. If I hear
Yeah.
crickets and owls, you're not going to hear that in West Hollywood.
Exactly. That's camping.
Yeah.
Are there bobcats up here?
Yeah, there's bobcats, there's coyotes.
You're
There's-
camping.
Hell yeah.
You are camping. Are there snakes up here?
Yes.
You are a camper. you're a professional. Like, you would kill it on Naked and Afraid.
I'm a professional camper.
You're a wilderness person. You're a survivalist. You're all that.
Dude, there's no way I'm a survivalist. I need to know that I have hot water and my lipstick inside. This is as much camping as I can do.
I mean-
and I'm constantly fucking vacuuming in.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, do you vacuum a lot?
Nah, not as much because I guess there's not enough, as much dust around me.
There's like
as there is
dirt
here.
and leaves. You just get in the house. I'm like,
Right.
I feel like all I do is clean.
That's hilarious.
I'm sick of it. I'm
Do
sick
you have?
of
Are you
fucking-
OCD?
Not no.
No.
I mean, not diagnosed OCD. I'm like very specific with my clothes. Like they have to be in a certain order.
Oh snap! I can
You
see
can,
him.
you can see it. Yeah. And if something's out of order, I know. Like right now, it's bothering me that green thing isn't with the green section.
That's so funny because you have like a very colorful wardrobe.
Yeah.
So I can see like y'all can't see this, but it's kind of color coordinated.
Yeah, out of your peripheral.
Yeah, yeah.
Peripheral. Say that 10 times fast.
Peripheral. 10 times.
Shit.
I don't got 10 times.
I could barely get one out. The English language is so complex. You could like front. How come I don't know how to say the word peripheral? Do you know what I mean?
I think I can say it. Peripheral.
I think it's easier to just abbreviate it to perif. Yeah.
Peripheral.
Yeah, check out that on your perif.
Yeah. Yeah, perif. Abbreviate it. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
perif.
that. Yeah, perif.
We don't need the full word.
Yeah, what's going on your perif? Oh, to my left? Oh, okay. I see it.
Check out your perif. Okay, so before this podcast, a man came up to me while I was at the gas station. He was very good looking, and he was like, "Can I get your number?" And I was like, and then I was like, "Maybe for my friend." I was dick shopping for Kim today at the Chevron.
So you use your bait?
Yeah, for
Kim?
Kim. It was more Kim's type.
What a friend. What is your type and what is Kim's type? And I thought you had a boyfriend.
I'm in and out.
You're in and out. Okay.
I got a relationship one day. I'm single the next day. I'm dating someone that's a different guy than the last guy. Kim's type is she looks like a manly dude who surfs or does MMA. Like a cauliflower ear to Kim is a turn on. To me, I'm like, get the fuck away. I like a guy who might wear necklaces.
All right.
I like a guy who might wear a bracelet. I like a band energy.
Sandals. That's how funny to date a magician. They say, "What do you like?" This motherfucker's whole appearance just changed.
Changes
right in front of you.
Yeah, we just have different tastes. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get your number to give to my friend. But then after I give him my number, he tells me, "Yeah, God is good. I was homeless in 2020." I was like, shit.
So he's your type.
Yeah.
Turns
out he's my type. After he said that, I was like, I made a big mistake. This is my guy.
This is my dude, right? It's my future divorce.
My future ex-husband.
His future ex-husband right here.
Okay, if you met a girl and she was hot, but she said she was homeless in 2020, but she turned her life around, what do you think?
I feel like a lot of people are homeless in 2020.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a rough year period because people couldn't work.
I didn't want to judge.
Right.
I was like, he's hot.
But he turned his life around.
For now.
But that's pretty fast to turn your life around. So it shows me like he got some hustle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like 2020,
But is his life turned around, or is he just...
It's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. We ask Kim a month from now and see what's going on with her and him. That's what we do. I say you definitely give her the number.
Yeah,
so we could find out about dude.
I sent Kim a photo of him. She's like, holy shit, he's hot. And I was like, yeah, but here's the thing. He just turned his life around. He told me this at the gas pump. Right. Which is... It's a lot to unpack for like a quick interaction.
Yeah, he went from
0 to 1,000.
Yeah, so he asked you for the number. So he just volunteered to turn my life around info.
Yeah.
You didn't ask him.
No, I didn't fucking ask him if he was recently homeless, living on Skid Row, and if he turned his life around.
That's a question I ask all my dates. So I don't know. Maybe it's based on who I've been dating. I always ask that question.
So if you finally turned your life around. Yeah. So that happened today, and we'll see what happens moving forward with that.
I would definitely, if I was you, push Kim to follow up on that. It's content at least. It's interesting.
He's good looking.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he does with these looks. Is he gonna do something positive with it?
Well, then he said this. He goes, I said, I'm dating someone, but you might be good for my friend. And he goes, does the man you're dating know his life purpose? This is before he said.
He's spitting that Topanga Canyon game.
I'll go, huh? He goes, have you asked the man you're dating his life purpose? I go, as a matter of fact, I haven't. Now I'm all in my head being like, what is this guy's life purpose? Is that a question I should be asking?
Yeah, it's not a bad question. What's your life purpose?
You think I know, Ian? I'm making jokes in the canyon. Catch me in having fun.
Having fun? That's
having fun and bringing, spreading joy. What's your life purpose?
The same thing, and then hopefully, leave the world like at least like one increment better than when it was when I got here. So that like if everybody does that, then everything gets better. So I'm not trying to be like the person that changes the world. I just want to do my, you know what I mean?
One small part.
Yeah, my small part. Yeah.
I like that.
That's it.
Have you ever done an ice bath?
I've seen them, and I'm squeamish when I'm watching them. So how am I going to do one?
I know everyone who does them is like, if you do an ice bath, it'll change your life.
I've been in cold water before. I came out the same nigga. So I don't know. I don't know.
You don't think an ice bath would change the course of your life?
I mean,
no.
Nah. I mean, I get it. Like, there's a lot of things you could do to push yourself to get endorphins and to, you know, to build up your toughness and to like, I guess the breathing procedure, which you could still use when you meditate, you know, to like exercise your lungs and stretch them and fill them up with air because we don't breathe. We don't use as much as our lungs and oxygenate our blood as much as we should. Just we kind of we don't have to.
Yeah, I'm a fucking shallow breather. Now that I think about it, I'm not. Yeah. But I do feel different when I breathe deep.
Right.
It chills you out more.
Exactly.
I'm getting high off my breath.
Yeah, like you can definitely like hyperventilate. Now that's
hyperventilate.
That's my word. That's the word. Yeah, that's my word. I can't pronounce. Hyperventilate. In a bag and breathing like relaxes you. People tell you that like when you're anxious about anything, just take deep breaths. So yeah, but I don't need to get into an ice bath to do it. Every time I see somebody get an ice bath, it just reminds me to breathe. So I thank them for the reminder.
Thanks for that reminder. I mean, I just think that doing an ice bath at home seems messy. Where am I getting the ice? You know what I mean?
You could definitely like
do it in the canyon.
Yeah, you could like put one out here.
Yeah, but
like even the funny thing is the one I saw today.
You saw an ice bath today?
Like on Instagram.
Okay.
So they were like it wasn't even a patio as big as this. It was like a porch situation, and it was outside, and then they got in. You just go down the street, get a few things of ice, mostly water. Use your hose.
Start charging people.
Fill it up with water and start charging people.
Charging the people in the neighborhood who want to come sit in my ice bath.
You could have multiple baths. You got a view. You could have like 3 things going out here. Do I need to come up here and manage your dog share property?
Yes.
Maximize his profit for you.
I guess before my landlords moved here, there was a guy who lived here that would host like workshops.
On what?
Like, I don't know, like some weird culty shit.
Right.
Like come for a healing weekend.
I mean,
after I went to a goddess workshop in a yoga class when I was 25.
How was that?
I'm scarred.
What scarred you? What part?
The lady.
It feels like the part that would scar you would turn me on. So let's see.
Yeah, actually.
Let's see if that's where this is going.
Yes. Right. Okay. So there's this yoga place that I used to go to in Studio City when I was 25, and it was like this weird ass.
Ain't you 25 now?
No.
All right, keep going.
This was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah. So I used to go there, and the teachers who taught the yoga place were like recovered heroin addicts. So their new drug was yoga. Right? And they were like a married couple. and the husband wore a lot of necklaces, and he used to be like
A lot of necklaces.
he wore a lot of
I
necklaces.
can see why you kept going.
Yeah, I kept going. He was hot. And then the wife was like hot too. And then they ran it kind of like a cult. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but everyone who went to this yoga place got obsessed with this yoga place.
Right.
And yeah, so the lady who runs the yoga place comes up to me one day and she goes, "Are you coming to my goddess workshop?" And I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "Trust me, you're going to want to be a part of it." So I signed up for the goddess workshop. It's so much.
How much?
It's like what happens in the goddess workshop scarred me for life. She starts talking about
the amount of how much money did they charge you?
50. That's not that much.
That's not bad.
No, but it's for an evening of goddessing or whatever. So I'd give the money. I show up. First, she gives us this whole talk about how you should look at your vagina in a mirror. I'm like, I'm paying $50 and sitting here on a Friday night for you to tell me this.
And was it all women there?
It was all women.
All right.
She's like, if you can't get yourself off, how the fuck is someone else supposed to get you off? This is...
You don't need a mirror, though. I don't have a vagina. But I've seen multiple people masturbate without mirrors. And they were women.
So she said that, and that was already like a little weird because it's like a weird direction to take the goddess workshop, whatever. Then she made us pair up with people, and I get paired up with this anorexic chick. Shit. I mean 89 pounds. Okay. And we had to stare into this person's eyes for 3 minutes, and the anorexic chick started crying, and then I had to hug her. It was like... I have trauma from the goddess workshop.
Now you need to go somewhere else and spend money to get rid of trauma from the trauma that you just paid for at the goddess workshop.
Yeah, and after that I took a step back. Damn. It was called the yoga shelter.
The yoga shelter.
I took a step back from the yoga shelter.
I took a step back from it. That's funny.
Oh, would you go to a god workshop, Ian?
Nah, I probably not. I mean, the only reason why I do anything that I'm not comfortable doing is there a bit here? But besides that, I'll just live life in my comfort zone. But I'll go, if you mention something to me, I say, I would never do no shit. Like, wait a minute. There might be some material in here. All right, I'm in.
Didn't you hug Amma?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It shit took a long ass time.
So how do you explain what that is? Who is Amma? I hugged her.
He's a woman from,
India?
I don't want to say, because we might be like wrong about her nationality.
Okay.
But she hugs people, and I think the money that she makes, she donates it to charity for like orphans and stuff like that. But to hug Amma, like in my case, I got there like 1 a.m. maybe, and I didn't hug her, and there's so many people there, and then there's different rooms you can wait in and like either meditate or just chill, or
you can go to get a mantra.
Get a mantra from someone.
I got a mantra from Mama, and then they sent me to mantra school, and then I said I'm done. I went to the bathroom and never came back.
So you did you hug her?
I hugged her.
And then they gave you the mantra.
Then I got a mantra. Right. And then they're like, if she gives you a mantra, you're saying that you're going to be doing this regularly every day. I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then I sat down in mantra school and I said, this is not for me. And I went to the bathroom and I never came back.
So there's that you dined and ditched.
Yeah,
I dined.
on
mantra school. Dine and dash. Yeah.
Yeah, I hugged her. It was a good hug, but would I do it again? Probably not. Would you do it again?
Nah, especially with like watching her hug a million people and after COVID and monkeypox is out there. I'm gonna hug someone that hugged 1,000 people right before me.
She hugs people all day. She doesn't even go to the bathroom.
That's the crazy part. Like,
she has
how long? And she's like, I was just there to get a hug, one hug, and I took a nap. Several times when I was there, and throughout that whole time she just kept on hugging people. She just stayed up and did it. So that in itself is just pretty impressive.
Okay, what do you think about this? People who are professional cuddlers.
Professional cuddlers.
Yeah. There's this girl I know.
Uh-huh.
She lives in Hawaii,
Uh-huh.
and now she's a professional cuddler. To
How
me,
much does she... finish your part, and then I'll ask my question.
I don't know how much she charges. I want to say like $80 to cuddle with somebody for an hour. I'm not into that. I would never want to be a professional cuddler because I gotta like somebody to cuddle with them.
Right.
Like, what if our bodies don't fit right together? Now I'm that's an extra charge. It's $125 because I don't like the way your shoulder feels on my neck. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
What do you think about professional cuddlers?
I think there's so many ways. There's so many, like, kind of sexual ways to make money now without having sex.
Yeah.
For women. Like, this is like the OnlyFans version of sexual contact without penetration. Like, hugging someone. Like I'm glad women can make money on OnlyFans and not have to, like, be on the street waving down cars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then they don't have to go all the way if they don't feel like going all the way, but they can make some money. And if you can do it, you can do it. And if you can make some money, like, cuddling without going all the way, is you know what is important? How does a boyfriend feel about it? Or
She doesn't have a boyfriend.
But if she's gonna have one, like, later on, like,
I wouldn't want my dude going out cuddling random hoes for cash.
True.
I'd be like, who the fuck are you cuddling?
Who the fuck are you cuddling? You don't know them. I don't know them either. They're new. They got recommendations. Apparently, I'm really good at it.
But also the type of you imagine how sad you have to be like, I'll pay $80 for a cuddle.
Some people just need
affection
and physical contact, and if it, like, keeps them from being crazy or doing something to hurt other people,
like killing someone with a gun.
Yeah.
Get your cuddle on.
Yeah. I was just talking. I like, this has been said before, but probably not in this way. So I'm not trying to. It's like, I've never seen a school shooter that had mad bitches.
Yeah.
Like, you never see. Oh, he had them coming. Like, you go to his Facebook or Instagram, and it's like, hoes at the beach, at the party. just he was everywhere. It's like, why would somebody, like, do that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, if somebody can get a hug to, like, calm them down. People take medication that does less sometimes. But yeah, a good ass hug.
But would you feel like paying for a hug, paying for a cuddle?
I mean, I wouldn't at this point in my life so far.
Would you judge somebody if your friend called and say, "Hey, I found this girl. She's gonna snuggle me for $100 tonight for an hour"?
I wouldn't judge them to their face. But I'm calling the homies right away, and we're gonna get some residual fun off your
snuggle.
If your snuggle.
Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy ourselves.
No, you have to call at least 5 people. You got to get that off your chest. You can't sit with the fact that you're friends with a snuggler alone.
Yeah, like with a paid snuggler. Yeah, we talking about it. It's getting out.
That's also so lonely.
Yeah, it's pretty lonely.
It's like, imagine how dark of a day you have to be like, oh, fuck, I just want to be held.
Yeah, or just like, or you know what, who might do it too? Like somebody who's married that doesn't want to cheat, and they're not getting the affection at home. And when they go home, like, they get into it with their spouse or their partner. And, what if they, like, busting their ass and working, and they're like, fuck it, I'm going to go do this. But I'm going to still be faithful.
But is that faithful if you go and get a snuggle?
You'd rather somebody get a snuggle or murder you?
Get a snuggle.
Get a snuggle, right. Get that snuggle.
Are those the 2 options? Is there a third option?
I mean, they could leave. They could snap
and
have a
someone else.
They could fuck someone else.
But like, what if I find out? I'd be like, did you have a boner when you were snuggling her?
Yes.
Because I don't imagine
Yeah.
guys not getting hard from a snuggle.
Yeah.
Right?
She was a good snuggler. You need to snuggle me more. You need to snuggle me more. That's why I went to a snuggler. Yeah, this ain't all my fault. I came home. You were yelling at me. I was trying to talk.
You're nagging
so I went out
me.
and got some snuggles. You know what I'm saying?
You were nagging at me to take out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
She just held me like a baby.
Yeah, she held me like I was the trash I was holding.
Oh no! And then like, I think as the actual snuggler, that's also weird because like now I'm taking on random lonely people's energy. I'd go home, sage everything. Shower, sage. Like, I don't want to hold some broken man for cash.
Does she rent a hotel room? Like, where does she do it at?
I don't know.
She's
a loose associate.
I
don't know the details.
You should definitely get more details. You should have her on the podcast, or at least have a more in-depth conversation, or pay for a session. And then come back. Yes. Why wouldn't you do it for content? Come on now.
Just pay for a snuggling session?
Yeah. And then come back and talk about it on you and Kim's podcast.
You get snuggled.
Yeah, get snuggled.
Oh, man. Would you pay to get snuggled?
Nah, I'm such a... I can go long periods without even, like, having a sexual partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good right now.
Yeah. I'm just like, what do you think the clientele is? Like, incel men?
Could be anybody. It could be...
Like a sad lady?
It could be anyone. Could be anyone. Just as long, hey, if it helps, I'm not against it. You know, a lot of people, man, like the road rage people, or they just need some love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but just like go home and jack off. You don't have to snuggle with a stranger.
Some people sometimes it's not like, you know how you see those things where a person will go to a prostitute and they have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, we've heard those stories, but you know, is that some people just want to talk.
Yeah, I could see that.
We pay for therapy. Like, the therapist doesn't hug us.
I hug my therapist.
The whole session?
Yeah. What if I did? I just cry in his arms.
You're just like, shh.
Oh, man. Do you go to therapy?
No. I went once for 6 sessions.
Did it help?
It was when the Laugh Factory was offering, like, therapy for free. Uh-huh. So they had these 2 therapists, and I went. And the reason why I went is because I never went before. It's a new experience. But the main reason I went, I might have told you this before, is because I used to listen to Howard Stern, and I felt like most of the material that he got was for going to his therapist. So I was like, I would, like, go to a therapist to like, get another comedy hour special. Like, all the things you discuss, like, the way our brains work, we could use it, talk about ourselves. They make a point, and you're like, that therapist didn't help me write one joke. So I tapped out after the 6. I gave her 6 chances
to do something memorable.
Yeah, to help me come up with something. A bit, nothing.
Dude, I went to a therapist. I thought he was changing my life, and then I thought, and then, my parents were like, "Who's your therapist?" I told them. They Googled him. They're like, "This isn't a real therapist. This is an actor. Look at his IMDb." They pulled up his IMDb, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, good point." They're like, "Stop going to him." I was like, "Okay," but he helped me more than any of the other therapists.
I wouldn't have stopped going to him if he helped you.
He helped me.
Was you attracted to him, or did he really help you?
I was attracted to him, but he was gay.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things where I didn't realize he was gay until, like, after the 12th session, and I was like, we have a connection. And then I found out he was gay. And I found out from my friend he was gay, who also went to him, and she's like, no, I thought we had a connection too. And then I found out he was gay. Because I guess, like, I took an acting class one time, in one of the scenes that I had to do was for a patient and a therapist, and my acting coach said that the number one fantasy of people in therapy is that they want to fuck their therapist.
Oh.
It just happens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not my current therapist. He's old.
He's old?
He's too old.
He's too old to fuck?
He's too old to fuck, for sure. That's my dryer going off.
That's a dryer. Very professional. Very professional.
Very professional here in the
That's
canyon.
hilarious.
Are you going to pop open your LaCroix?
Yeah, I think so.
Hell yeah.
I was going to ask you something. I can't remember what I was going to ask you.
Was it about therapy?
Did you ever come up with any material from therapy?
Yeah, I had a therapist who asked to do a phone session, and when we got on the phone, she was making pasta. I could hear her. She goes, babe, is the water ready? I'm going to drop the noodles in. I was like, what is happening? I was like crying about my breakup, and this bitch, because if you know me, I'm in a breakup every other week, Ian.
Why is that?
I don't know. My mom, I told my mom.
That's a good way to be able to get with other people because you're never cheating. So you're in this long-term relationship where you have these windows where you could hook up and it ain't cheating. If you see a guy you like, you start an argument. And then after you do what you got to do, you're like, you know what, my bad. I started that.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I'm always in a breakup.
Always going to break up?
I feel like that.
All right.
Because I changed my mind.
About what, the person or the relationships period?
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel, and maybe this was in my 20s and now I can stop doing this, but I'm like, the person has to be really dope for me to sacrifice parts of my life.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I kind of like my life.
Dope.
So I don't really need something. Because sometimes people, they get annoying. Especially when you start living with them.
Mm.
You get to see all their fucking quirks.
Right,
and you're like, wait a minute. I didn't know this was part of the deal.
Uh-huh.
I think it takes 7 to 9 months to see somebody's true colors.
7 to 9 months.
Yes.
Like how you just pick that number. 7 to 9 months.
Because they can fake it for 6.
Mm-hmm.
They can keep it together for 6. But come 7, some shit's going to fly out. What do you think?
I mean...
You think people can keep it together for 6 months and then you see their real colors? Or
I'm assuming some people could keep it together until they get married. And then because it depends on what some people's goals are.
I'm trying to get a ring, so I got to keep this shit together.
Right.
I can't let him know I'm a naggy, crazy bitch.
Right. And vice versa. It could be the dude, like, I got to trick this woman or this person into believing that I got it together. Once we married, I got the contract, it's locked in, and they can't get out.
The feeling of that is scary to me.
Yeah.
Of getting trapped.
Right.
By someone who presents one way and then ends up being another way.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like the fact that you said you like your life.
Yeah.
That means that's the thing that helps you to not settle.
Yeah.
And at the same time, not do desperate shit while you're not in a relationship. And that's where everybody needs to get to. You know what I mean? Like, you got to like your life. So whoever's going to be in it is going to just add to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I roll.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to be with someone.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good place to be in.
Oh, shit, all on camera.
Ian Edwards has a LaCroix spill live on Shank.
Live on Shank.
Watch here.
That's the closest I've ever been to an ice water bath.
That's my favorite flavor LaCroix. It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad, right?
I think this might be my first LaCroix.
It's your first LaCroix?
Yeah, because I don't really like...
fuck with a sparkling water?
Yeah, I just only really drink water.
You drink only water?
Mm-hmm.
You're a healthy guy. You eat... Are you still vegan?
Yeah, I'm still vegan.
So you eat super clean?
Not all... Like, you could be a bad vegan and eat terrible shit.
Are you a bad vegan?
I'm better now. I'm a better vegan than I was before.
What were you doing before? Like, I dated this guy. He was vegan. This man was eating breads. He was eating breads.
Yeah.
Every day I go, hey, I think you need to eat vegetables. He goes, I don't like vegetables. So
I didn't like him either.
You did.
So I get that. And I was on that diet that you describing.
Breads.
That he was on. Yeah. But now I don't really eat bread once in a while. I do more vegetables and grain shit than I did before.
Yeah.
But you could get caught up eating fried this, vegan pizza.
Is vegan pizza good?
Yeah, some places, depending on where you go.
The vegan mac and cheese is good.
Vegan mac and cheese, you could be carving your life away.
Yeah.
When you're a vegan, so yeah, you got to be careful.
Wait, I remember you said you became, I think you said this. I don't want to misquote you, but you became a vegan because you read about the stuff that is in meat. Or does something to you.
Yeah, my friend, we went to eat. She was a vegan before me. Mm-hmm. And she had this book. We're out eating. Mm-hmm. At Chin Chin's. And I was like, what's that you're reading?
Chin Chin's. Getting the Chinese chicken salad.
Yeah, on Sunset Boulevard, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know Chin Chin.
Yeah. And then she's like, I said, what you reading? She's always this book is all the stuff that comes out of your stool.
Yeah, that's what all the stuff that comes out of your shit. Worms and stuff from when you eat meat.
That's what the book said. Like,
let me tell you, I think about that often. That stayed with me.
It did.
Yeah, it stayed with me for a long time.
Did it ever stop you from eating meat?
At times. I was like, I don't want weird worms in my poop. So, sorry to talk about shit.
That's all good.
You said stool, which is like very medical of you. I'm like shit.
I'm a very medical I'm a very medical guy got somebody who didn't study anything.
Well, you said stool. And that seemed.
I mean, I think that's what was in the book, stool.
Yes, stool is what they say. And then when they're like, that's what the doctors always say too. Mm-hmm. Like, I need a stool sample. It's like, okay, enough's enough.
So you want me to shit in this cup?
You want me to shit in this cup?
Just tell me what you want, Doc, and I'll give it to you. But if you beating around the bush, I can't oblige.
Exactly.
I was just, something else just left my mind.
It's okay. It's a very open, loose pod here. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember it. I was going to ask you something.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts come in and out, you know. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. What were you like in high school?
It's funny. I went to high school in Jamaica.
Whoa.
And I went to high school in New York.
High school in Jamaica? What was that like?
It was cool. Like,
that's exactly how I would think it would be.
Yeah, it was cool.
Chill.
Like, I got along with the people in my class, and I knew some guys in the class ahead of me. Mm-hmm. So then they had my back.
That's cool.
Like, I was a friend with somebody who went there a year before me. So then he was cool with all the the tough motherfuckers in his class. Mm-hmm. So then I used to go. He was my neighbor, so I used to know people in the higher classes and be cool with them. So then that was cool. And then he just showed me the ropes and shit, and played soccer, played ping pong. Anytime we had a chance to play something, like during lunch or on break, we just playing ping pong,
playing
soccer. Nah, no hacky sack. Not in Jamaica, no hacky sack.
Hacky sack was a big thing in the valley. Like, all the stoner guys would just get high.
Oh, you're an LA person.
Yeah.
You're one of the rare.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They would just get stoned and wear their Vans and throw the hacky sack around. And I'd be like, hey, what's up? Can I hit the hacky sack too?
So did you hacky sack?
Yeah, I did. So I could hang out with dudes.
So you can hang out with the dudes? All right.
Yeah, I did all kinds of things because I went to an all-girls Catholic school.
Oh.
So I was rebelling. I was like, okay, what are the co-ed activities? And then I signed up for all of those. It's like track and field. I have no interest in running, but I'll be there. I show up at track and field, full face of makeup on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, my grandma loves a full face of makeup. She's 90.
Oh, for real?
She still does that. Yeah.
How how is there a co-ed activity at an all-girls school?
They have activities at the boys' school that the girls can sign up for, like track, because the boys had a track and the girls, we didn't have a track at our school.
So is the boys' school right next to the girls' school?
No.
No?
It's a few cities over.
It's a few
It's Woodland Hills to Encino.
Mm.
So, yeah. And then they'd have bowling, which was co-ed.
So wait a minute. Are you Catholic or Jewish?
Okay, this is the thing.
Uh-huh.
My dad's a Jew, and I grew up in the Valley, so I feel more Jewish than Catholic. But I went to all-girls Catholic school.
Why did they send you to Catholic school?
Because it was a mistake, I'll tell you that. Because it's a good education, I guess.
That's hilarious.
But
how many, were there other Jews in Catholic
no.
school? You're the only one.
Yes, Weinshenk. My dad never came to church. All the other families were in church.
Right. At least
my dad was at home eating bagels like a good Jew.
So except when he sent his daughter to Catholic school.
Yeah. My parents were like, yeah, we're sending you to Catholic school for the education. Take everything they tell you with a grain of salt.
Religiously.
Yeah, that's what they said. My sister came home.
Everything that they say religiously is alleged.
Jesus walked on water. Allegedly.
Son of God. Allegedly.
Catholicism's confusing. As a kid, like, wait, there's 3 gods, but they're one. The Trinity, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. What the fuck?
I mean, it's just like, like the American government, you have the Senate, you have the House, so representatives. They said you need different committees. You have the Supreme Court. There's lots of departments, lots of moving parts. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, going to Catholic school was rough.
For real?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it more than my sister. My sister came home crying because the nun told her that dogs don't go to heaven.
Oh, word.
Caused drama. It was like, how do you know that dogs don't go to heaven? It turns out this big thing.
Well, let me ask you a question. Now I'm really confused.
Yeah.
How is your sister a Jew from a religion that doesn't believe in heaven and hell upset that her dog isn't going to go to heaven? You don't even believe in heaven. Or you don't believe, Jews don't believe in what, heaven and hell, or both?
I don't know. I don't think Jews believe in, I don't know, but Catholicism really hammers it over your head.
Oh, okay.
They're we had confession in 1st grade, and you had to tell your sins to the priest, and this kid was like, I missed church for a soccer game, and the priest said, then you shall play soccer in hell. And then the kid cried all day the rest of the day. He came home sobbing to his mom. He's like, I don't want to play soccer in hell.
That is
crazy. That's crazy.
That's bananas. You can't be telling no kid that.
It's like soccer in hell.
You can't tell a kid that. And I've told kids a lot of terrible things. So you take it from me.
Imagine playing soccer in hell, though. It's kind of trippy. There's fire everywhere.
I mean,
the goalposts are on fire.
I mean, you're going to be running around in hell regardless.
Yeah.
Because it's too hot to stay one place. So you might as well have a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
might as well make a game out of it.
Then you should play soccer in hell. It's crazy. But the one thing that the Catholics do that's pretty fun are their outfits. They have swag. They're like wearing like garments and like that drape and like gold shit. I'm into the flashiness of Catholicism, and that's about it.
So you mean like the priest, the bishop, and the Pope shit, like all
the Pope's hat's tight. The Pope's got like a staff and a hat. He looks like a fucking cult leader because he is. You know?
I mean, it's all culty.
It's all culty.
It's all culty. Like from that yoga spot you went to.
Everything's a cult.
Everything's a cult.
Everything's a cult, including the snuggle business. Next thing you know, the person you're snuggling becomes your leader.
I mean, I wonder how much money she's really... I'm really interested in this snuggling thing.
I'm going to find out.
Not to... Just to know. It's just some shit. I just want information. You know what I mean?
What if you were dating a girl and she came to you and said, hey, babe, I'm going to start snuggling for cash?
You go ahead and do that.
Would you still date her?
Probably not.
Right.
Yeah, probably not.
Would you rather her be on OnlyFans or a professional snuggler?
Probably OnlyFans.
Yeah, because then she's not touching.
Yeah, she's not touching. Yeah.
Strangers.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, also it'd be weird if there's man cuddlers. Like a man shows up just to cuddle you.
I mean, the funny thing about cuddling, like back, like a few years ago, I was writing on a sketch show, and I wrote a sketch about women going to men to get things from them, but that were non-sexual, that they couldn't get from their husbands
At home.
So it's like a form of like a prostitution. Or remember that show that used to be on HBO, like the Cat House? What's the name of that thing? It was like the prostitution that
Was
is
it on
legal in
late at night?
Nevada. So then they used to like film like a reality show from a brothel in Nevada. So I thought like the male version of that, where it wasn't all about sex. So it was about cuddling, taking out the garbage, cleaning, like, listening to the woman's day.
Yes.
So that there should be a market for that.
Yeah, there should be. There probably is.
Yeah, there probably is.
Start the business, Ian.
All
What
right,
would you call it?
You know what? I'll partner with your cuddler homegirl, and we'll just make some money. You know
I
what
like that.
Yeah.
I like the drive you have. You're an entrepreneur.
I mean, I got the ideas. I have no drive. These ideas, and if somebody listens to the podcast and wants to start it, fine. But I ain't doing it.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of ideas too. If I had the time.
What's the best idea you never did anything with? Or don't say it.
I can't say it.
Yeah, you can't say it.
By the way, I have nothing. I was like, I don't want to spoil it. I have not one good idea.
So, have you ever thought of something?
Yeah.
And then you're like, that's a good idea. And then you ain't do nothing about it. And then later on, somebody blew up with it. Or you see it making money out
Well,
there.
sometimes like that happens with jokes sometimes.
Yeah, jokes for sure.
Where you're like, wait a minute. I fucking had this thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote it down in a notebook and I didn't touch the thought for 3 years. Now I see it in someone else's special and I'm like, wait a minute. I should have done something with that.
Right, yeah.
That more so than anything, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty painful when that happens.
It happens. And
That
it
shit is
happened.
painful. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, no, really? No. Yeah.
Especially if it's like a respected comic.
Oh, yeah, I had that happen.
And
yeah.
then you're like, shit, I'm on thinking on the
Same
same
level.
And I doubted myself. And now this motherfucker got this gold ass
Bit.
And
Yeah.
That could have been me.
Yeah. That hurts more than anything.
Yeah, that hurts.
Right?
That fucking hurts. Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, it's okay. You have more ideas. You're not limited. There's an abundance of ideas. Your thinking's scarce now. Like, I got to change my thinking. And I have to, like, talk myself off the ledge.
Right. I mean, all
it's
that
fine.
is true.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
All that is true. Like, everything you said is true, but still,
It fucking hurts.
Yeah, there is that moment.
Well, that's our podcast. Thank
right.
you so much for coming on. Where can people find you? And you're still doing the show Roommates, right?
Yeah, still doing the Roommates. Like, post those on Instagram. And
With Paul.
whenever I remember, with Paul and Leah. And posted one this morning on Instagram at Ian Edwards Comic.
Those are all really funny, so
thank you.
I'll link to that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make sure to link to your Instagram. And you have a podcast? You're still doing your podcast?
Soccer Comic Rant.
Cool.
Which nobody who watches this is ever gonna.
Well, I got a lot of guys that watch. I feel like a
Oh,
lot
yeah?
of guys are into
I
soccer.
dare y'all to like
Support
check out my
Ian.
soccer podcast. I dare you. Come on, bring it.
You're funny.
Thank
You're
you.
a good hang. You're smart. You're a great writer. Thank you for coming over and doing the pod.
Keep going. Keep going.
You seem sane,
Yeah.
which is a big deal for a comic. You know what I mean?
You don't think there's a
You
lot of sane comics?
No.
No.
Do you?
I mean, there might not be a lot of sane people. Period.
No, but you feel like you're you seem like you take care of yourself and you're in a good place. You know what I mean? That's not, you can't say that about everyone.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is. It's a compliment.
Thank you.
I ran out of compliments, so then I was like,
cool. That's
you're
good.
sane?
You're sane.
You have
You're
ears?
Black. You got 2 You got here safe. Let's go. Last guest drove off the ravine. I mean, the last 3 guests. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's our podcast. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Shank. We'll see you next week. Bye.